Look, if you're watching this video, you probably have a social media feed flooded with SMMA and Go High Level SaaS gurus, coaches, and courses, and you just feel overwhelmed because there's so many options. Trust me, I've been there. When I was building my marketing agency before I sold it, I was definitely overwhelmed by all of the options. But throughout that process and the process of building my YouTube channel, I've invested over $100,000 in my own education, and some of the things I bought were complete scams, and some of them were absolutely amazing. So it's given me a keen eye for what to watch out for, how to evaluate a course, and what actually needs to be spoken about and given to students in order for them to succeed. So today I'm just going to show you what I believe are the 4 best options for an SMMA course in 2025. And the best part about these is that they don't actually compete with each other. Each one is unique in its own way and kind of promotes a different model and will be a better fit for you depending on your situation. So these are category kings in each of those models, which we'll go over as the video progresses. And if that wasn't enough for you, all of the founders of the courses and coaching programs that I'm going to cover today have been doing and teaching their specific model for years at this point and have at least 50 success stories from what they teach. Some of them have thousands or hundreds, and they have good reputation. These aren't known scammers that I'm going to suggest to you. In fact, at the end, I may suggest a couple to steer away from for those exact reasons. But before I get any comments on this, yes, I do receive affiliate commissions if you click and buy through my link. It really helps support this channel, but it does not affect what I'm recommending to you whatsoever, I promise. If you don't believe me, please just keep watching. You'll find out that I'm not a hype man. I present both sides of any argument, and these courses really will help you. Our first category and course is in the bread and butter SMMA space. So for all the hype around building a high level SaaS and the people that have success with that, there are still tons and tons of people crushing it with just a normal stock standard marketing agency delivering Google ads, Facebook ads, and SEO. Yes, maybe they layer on some software with that and some other bells and whistles, but at the core of it, this model still is such a good way to get started. And the course that I'm going to recommend for it is absolutely incredible. This course is called Local Marketing Vault by James Bonadies. And get this, it's been around since 2017, so it's coming up on 10 years. For a course or coaching program to be around that long means that they're doing something right. They've had over 7,000 students, and you can see tons and tons of case studies from this program at the link you see on your screen now, their Hall of Fame. Now, what do you actually get with Local Marketing Vault? And of course, what is the cost? The thing I really like about Local Marketing Vault is that if this is the model you want to follow, you don't have to go anywhere else. They've got all of the trainings you need in one spot. So first of all, you're going to have this Genesis module, which is foundations, really understanding what the model entails, and mindset and general understanding of what you need to have before you start getting clients. Then they have a couple of modules on finding clients and how to sell them. They teach running Facebook ads to get clients, cold email, LinkedIn, Upwork, Instagram, and they have, of course, a sales script that can help with everything. Then once you sell someone, you need to actually deliver that service. They've got trainings on how to do reputation management, message marketing, which is database reactivation, Facebook lead generation, Google lead generation, and SEO. Everything you need to deliver those services is in that training if you'd like to learn them yourself. However, if you're less on the technical side and more on the sales side and talking to people side, they actually have 2 really cool solutions for this. Number 1, they have people who will handle everything after the fact if you sell somebody. So they've identified people within their community who are crushing it in the restaurant niche, for example, or the home services niche, and want referrals. They can just get on a call and fix anything for a restaurant or home services company. And so if you can go out and generate those calls, refer them, then you can take whatever percentage makes sense for that referral partner. And that's called the lazy agency program. If you want sort of a medium solution where you're still talking to the clients, but you're not doing most of the work, that's going to be their outsourcer Rolodex, where they recommend companies who can do all of the fulfillment for you for ads, SEO, reputation management, etc. And as if that wasn't enough, this is probably my favorite part of this, but basically they have these done for you campaigns. So they spent $9 million for their own clients on these campaigns in tons of different niches, the ones that you see on your screen now. And so they know what works, and it really fits the name of this, Local Marketing Vault. You go in, you get the campaign, you can plug and play that. So that's a Go High Level snapshot, and you get the Facebook or Google ads that go along with that and help you deliver for that client. So if delivery is something you're worried about, you can stop worrying about it once you join Local Marketing Vault. You're going to learn everything you need to know there. And I think they have a really good balance of like teaching you the skill, but also giving you a lot of templates and everything so that you can get up and running quickly and not have to build everything from scratch. Now, in addition to all of that, they have a community with over 7,000 people in it. They have live calls 5 days a week, and that's 8 calls that you can join or not join. They're just there to help you. And they run quarterly sales contests where you can participate in the contest and you get a prize when you do, which is very cool. Now, when it comes to pricing, Local Marketing Vault has 2 options. The higher version is going to include something that I think probably every agency owner needs at one point or another. So you should figure out how to do this if you can. But what it is you get a mentor who's a six-figure plus agency owner themselves, and you get direct access to them. So you have a call with them once a week, and you get access to their Facebook Messenger where you can chat back and forth between your one-on-one calls. And the reason this is so helpful is because sometimes as a beginner or even intermediate or advanced person, you don't know what you should be working on. So having someone who's there to walk you through those 8 weeks of, hey, let's get on a call, do your homework between this call and the next call, we can chat if you have any questions, and just continue that process. It's really hard to lose if you commit to something like that. And the price for that higher program is significant. It's several $1,000s. However, I talked to James and he said, because I was making this video, I could offer you guys $1,000 off of that one or $500 off of the lower program, which is still going to be a few $1,000s, but hey, that's some savings back to you. Win-win-win for everyone here. And guys, Local Marketing Vault is legit. I promise you. Go check it out if this is the model you want to follow. So that brings me to our next model and course, which is only for you if you're looking to really take things to the next level. This isn't a beginner level course. This is, I have at least a few clients in my agency. Ideally, it's humming along, and I really want to take things to the next level by building a call center with my agency. Now, not everybody has to do this, but you may have seen a trend where your clients aren't just bad at following up with leads, they're actually legitimately terrible at it. And so what a lot of agencies will do, and I did this as well, is build a call center on top of their agency. So not only are you generating the leads, you follow up with all the leads, and you're just a turnkey system. You can charge more, your retention will go up. It becomes much more of a no-brainer offer for the client, because you're not saying, hey, pay me $2,000 a month and you'll have to work a bunch more to work all these leads. You're saying, hey, pay me $4,000 a month and you don't have to think about these leads. You just take the sales calls or show up to the appointments. And the course that teaches this model, hands down the best, is Call Center Mastery by Aaron Darjan. Now, Aaron owns his own call center with dozens of agents that do the calling for really big clients, one of which is Gym Launch. And when Aaron tried to take that call center and sell it as a done-for-you service to other agency owners, he realized there was a lot higher need for people to just build this out themselves. And so he created a program and education around that. But honestly, this is not primarily coaching. This is like a franchise system that you just install directly into your agency. And I promise you, I don't say that lightly. So Aaron covers everything from how to hire these reps at an affordable rate from places like the Caribbean, South Africa, and South America, how to get them up to speed fast so that you can deliver the service as quickly as possible. But then once they're actually installed and they're calling all of your leads, he's built custom software that will transcribe every conversation and leave notes inside of High Level for that particular lead and conversation, and a custom dashboard that will accurately report on every single key lead metric that you need to understand to make sure that your marketing is actually translating to revenue for your client. And the best part about these softwares is it's not going to take you forever to install and get up to speed on it. This is like a few clicks, watch a couple videos, and you've got the data and systems of a full-fledged call center with maybe only 1 to 2 reps, which makes a massive, massive difference when it comes to diagnosing problems like, hey, maybe this rep isn't doing what they should and they need to be fired, or maybe these leads aren't as high quality as we thought, and so we need to go diagnose that. Or hey, all of our numbers look amazing, but the client isn't able to close these leads. Is there something we can implement, or is there some sort of sales training we need to give to the client, or do we just need to get a new client? And I realize that you're probably wondering, but Keaton, it's 2025, we have voice AI. Isn't that going to replace everything? And I have 2 really great answers to that. Number one is that Aaron and his team are on the cutting edge of how voice AI and chat AI are going to revolutionize the appointment setter space. So he's got all of the systems and trainings you need to implement chat AI to handle that part of the process. And he's constantly testing stuff on voice AI to see when it's right to implement or not. And because of the support that you have within the community, you get to talk with him directly about when that right time is. And I promise you, knowing Aaron personally, having hung out with him quite a few times, he's not going to tell you to do something that's not in your best interest. And if you want to have the right mix of humans and AI and be ready to jump in on the voice AI train when it's the right time, there's no better place to be than Call Center Mastery. So that brings me to my last 2 points here, which is what does the support look like and what is the price? On the support side, Aaron himself is on a call every single day. Then he has other coaches who are also helping 2 days a week. And there's a school community filled with high caliber, hey, we're actually getting stuff done agency owners that you can interact with on a daily basis and ask for help on things. Now, when it comes to price, again, this is going to be several $1,000s. It's not cheap, but for the amount of time, money, and energy this is going to save you trying to develop this stuff on your own, this is an absolute bargain. And Aaron very graciously offered to give $500 off to anyone watching this video that came from me. So you have to book with the link below to get that discount. Beautiful. So I just noticed the sun came out and I look very washed out, so I'm going to close the blinds. And we'll be on to our next course and model. And what this one is for people who aren't interested in the local business market. Maybe you don't want to sell to chiropractors and home service companies, and you're more of an online business type person. Honestly, there's tons of opportunity and it's a lot easier to track revenue. These online people tend to understand marketing better. It's not a bad move to get into the info marketing space, courses, coaches, speakers, authors, and learn how to build them marketing systems. And there's no better place to do that than inside Funnels University by Gusten Son. Now, if you don't know who Gusten is, he's from Finland and he has built landing pages, funnels, and marketing systems for some of the biggest names on the planet, including Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Robert Kiyosaki, Jordan Welch, Russell Brunson, Josh Nelson. You get the idea. He's really good at what he does. And inside of Funnels University, he teaches you the marketing systems that these types of influencers, coaches, creators, etc. need, and how you can partner with them or just sell one-off services to build them funnels, landing pages, and back-end systems that they may need as well. And the thing that I personally love about Funnels University and just Gusten in general is he's not about these like scammy, ugly funnels that we see online a lot. He's really big on branding and premium positioning, and he's done an excellent job of that with his clients, and he knows how to teach you that as well. And along with all of that, you get a weekly coaching call with Gusten. That's on Monday mornings. And to top it all off, this course is only $997. So run, do not walk to buy this if this is the route you think you want to go. So that brings us to our last model, which is the elephant in the room, SaaS. If you want to build a SaaS instead of a marketing agency, or you want something that's more productized, lower ticket, $500 to $1,000 a month instead of $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month per client, and you want to stack recurring revenue that way, look no further than Agency MVP by UpHex. Now, if you don't know what UpHex is, it's a software that allows you to launch and scale Facebook and Google ads with just a few clicks. So basically you can create your own templates, or you can use UpHex's templates plus their AI features, which I'll get into in a minute, to build and launch niche specific ads like that. Now, what MVP is, the course and the coaching program, it was born from a customer survey that Sam, the founder of UpHex, did to a bunch of the users and the people in his Facebook group. He said, what's your biggest problem right now? And by far, the number one answer that came back was overwhelm. I don't know what to do. I don't know what order. I'm not sure which gurus to follow, etc. Kind of the problem we talked about at the beginning of this video, right? And so what Sam did as a labor of love in his own words is he built the curriculum around that problem. And of course, he hopes that you land on using UpHex as your provider for these templated ads. But if you just want to learn fundamentals of how to understand a market and launch a productized software offer in that market, there's no better place than this. I've been through quite a bit of the MVP curriculum myself, and the one thing that really sticks out to me is this word, fundamentals. What Sam does is he goes down to the very, very core. All right, what are you selling? You're selling an offer. What does that offer need to have to be attractive? Let's work on that. Now that we have this attractive offer, how do we get people to raise their hand and say they're interested in it? We need to build a resource of some type, a lead magnet, so that people can give us their information and we can start talking to them. We do some research there, understand their problems, and then we tweak the offer that we made and we just keep that cycle going. Now that would be cool in and of itself, but what they've done in MVP is actually built a series of custom AI tools that help you out with every single one of those. So instead of you sitting there wondering, even after you've watched a 30-minute or an hour-long video on a course, what should I do? You just go straight to this custom AI and you talk to it because it's trained on all of the information that it needs to be trained on to walk you through that process yourself and get you to a great offer that's differentiated, a great lead magnet that's going to get you the right qualified leads that you're looking for, and a great delivery mechanism that's going to take you out of fulfillment and give you that more productized SaaS type offering. And if you're wondering, hey, I don't even want to run ads, I don't want to offer something like UpHex, is this right for me? Yes, it is, because it covers those fundamentals and you're going to discover so much about the niche that you're going after and how you can help them through this process. And in addition to all of that awesome curriculum, all of the AI tools, you also have a school group with a ton of people who are on the same path, and you get access to a Marco Polo group where you can ask Sam questions directly. He's built an agency to over $200,000 a month, sold that, and now has a software with over 1,000 users. So the guy knows what he's talking about and he will help you with your individual problems. Hey everyone, quick fit change. I'm popping in here with the bonus one because as I was about to publish this video, I remembered I got to include Agency Mavericks by Troy Dean. If you don't know Troy, he's a no-nonsense, badass Australian guy who has run a digital agency for over a decade and has also had a coaching program for over a decade. And immediately when you look at Agency Mavericks website, you'll get the feeling that this is a very premium, very thought out program. And let me tell you, their website matches the actual coaching program itself. And Agency Mavericks is really going to be for you if you want to figure out how to go after heavy hitter clients, big fish, whales even, that need help with the same type of digital services, and you want to learn how to land them in an almost effortless way. And the way that he does this is through something called paid paid discovery. So instead of taking free calls from everyone under the sun that's a local business, plumber, chiropractor, etc., you put yourself first as a consultant. It's going to put a roadmap together for the next 12 to 24 months of how that business can grow using digital marketing. They pay you for that. And then at the end of it, you say, hey, you can either implement this yourself or you can hire us. And most of the time, they end up hiring you if you've done the process right. And not only does he teach you how to get clients that way, he's got two things that really make it as easy as possible for you to win. And that is a dedicated support staff that's insanely responsive and has a ton of different areas of expertise. You can see all of them listed on the website. And then the second thing is the templates and scripts that he gives you so that you can really hit the ground running with the paid discovery method instead of just learning and then kind of having to put everything together yourself. They also have multiple calls happening every single week, and you interface with their team directly through Slack. And I have to say, my favorite part about all of this is it doesn't really feel like a course. Yes, there's some course content. Yes, there's some templates, etc. But really it's a mentorship program where you get access to their team for 4 months to help you implement this new way of doing things. And they help you crush it, which if you're like me and you don't like watching course videos anymore, this might be the right one for you. And as far as pricing goes here, this is going to be a high ticket program. You can sign up for a call with the Agency Mavericks team to get details on exactly what's included and exact details on pricing. Now, as promised, I said I would recommend courses to stay away from. I may get some hate for this, but anything being sold by Charlie Morgan, I forget what the name of the most recent one is, but the guarantee that he attaches to that is tied to an impossible laundry list of things that you have to do. And I just think it's extremely misleading to say this is guaranteed and then have this list of things that you have to do every single day. And then, oh, if you didn't do it one day, you're disqualified. I'm not saying the information in there isn't good. I'm just saying if you're expecting to actually have him make good on that guarantee, what you see on your screen now is the requirements for it. And I think the way it's being promoted and sold is dishonest. And another one I would watch out for is Douglas James. I don't have personal experience, but I do have a few friends that I've heard through the grapevine that is just very, very aggressive marketing and sales tactics and less than stellar support on the back end. So I would steer clear of anything being sold by him. And guys, that's it. You may have noticed that I have an agency course as well. It's called Agency Dominance, and it's extremely, extremely comprehensive, but it's not everyone's cup of tea because of how in depth I go and how meticulously I cover everything there. And frankly, it's not as well supported as some of the ones that I've talked about today. I currently do 2 calls a month and my team will answer questions inside the Facebook group. There's a ton of really good information in there. I think it's well worth the price. I'll give you $200 off for watching this video. Link down below if you want to check it out. And guys, just to close here, if you feel like you don't have the budget or it's not the right time for any of these really big courses, I actually have mini courses that are $100 to $200 on some of the very, very important topics that you need to understand if you're going to start or scale a marketing agency, like getting results for clients, mindset, growing on YouTube, and getting actual sales calls through YouTube for your marketing agency. So check those out if that's of interest. And there's absolutely no reason you couldn't buy those and all of these other courses, or 1 or 2. Mix and match as you please. Thanks so much for watching, and all the links are below in the description. Appreciate you using them to help support the channel. Take care.